Welcome back into the film room. I'm your host, Eric Turner. I wanted to take a look at a few plays from Tremaine Edmunds because over the last month or so, he's been playing lights out. And now that Matt Milano, his partner, is back in action, I think his game is just going to go to another level. And while Milano didn't play the entire game against the Broncos, I thought Edmunds benefited from having Milano out there. He's almost like a calming presence to Tremaine Edmunds. So he finished the game with 8 total tackles. 8 solo tackles against the Broncos, and 4 of them were stops. So he had a really good game in and around the line of scrimmage, especially against the run. So I want to take a look at some of those plays from the game and show you how he's moving, how much quicker he's processing, and what we can expect from him going forward. So the first play I want to take a look at is from early in the game with the Broncos on a heavy run type look, and he just does a great job of working through the traffic to make the tackle here. So watch where he is off the left side of the screen there. Look at him work through traffic, sift through, use his hands, and then go get the ball. He is just on another level right now of not only just processing the plays, but avoiding blocks. You see this guy trying to slide to the next level past Vernon Butler to pick Edmunds up. He works back inside, again, leading with his hands. He works back inside to make the tackle on the running back. Just a great job by him of not only avoiding the block there, but going and finding the ball. First down play, top of the first quarter still. And again, you're going to see him really leverage this play rather well. So the Broncos are in 12 personnel, and they bring that wide receiver tight to the formation to the bottom of the screen, and then they run a power back to the top of the screen, and he does a great job of not only wrapping the running back up, but leveraging this play. So watch what happens from the end zone angle. They're bringing that wide receiver across the formation. You see Taron Johnson and the cornerback, Levi Wallace, kind of drop down right here. He is now the force player instead of Taron Johnson. And that's important because he's the one that boxes this play, and he sees that guard coming across the formation. He sees that down block on Jordan Poyer. So what he has to do is box that play in, contain that play. Now, I want you to watch what happens as that wide receiver comes back across the formation. Now, Taron Johnson is in trail, so he has to leverage that guy. Now, he's not just leveraging it as a run defender. He has to leverage it as if that guy could really go across the formation and go up the sideline, run some type of route. He has to defend it as a pass first. Well, he's trying to stay in phase with that guy as he comes across the formation. Well, that's important because what the Broncos are trying to do is get Tremaine Edmunds to not box that play in. So what they want Tremaine Edmunds to do is really attack the down block right here, stay tight to that so that the running back can bounce it outside here, and Taron Johnson is just going to blow by him, and it's going to be a pretty big gain for the running back. But Edmunds recognizes what's being thrown at him here, and he leverages the ball outside in. You see him take outside in leverage and then wrap Gordon up there. Just a good play by him of processing pre to post snap at all the down blocks that are coming at the point of attack here. Everyone's down blocking. Here comes a puller. And then again, that split flow action by that wide receiver back across the formation. That's a lot of eye candy. That's a lot of processing to ask of a linebacker. He squeezes the line of scrimmage, then squeezes the ball, takes away any cutback options for the running back, and brings him down. Next play is in the second quarter, 1st and 10 situation. And I want you to watch the communication on this pass play between Edmunds, Milano, and Micah Hyde. So post snap, the Bills are bringing 5. So you have 5 right here rushing. So you have 3 underneath defenders. This is just a cover 3 look. So it's a 3 deep, 3 under pressure from the Bills. So it's a zone pressure from them. And watch the communication by the second level defender. So you have this tight end kind of running a little curl and then a little shallow cross right here across the middle. Watch the communication by Hyde initially, who's dropping down into that hole right there. He calls that wide receiver coming across here. And now, instead of Edmunds just getting his eyes on that guy crossing, he realizes that guy's going to be passed over to Milano. So he communicates it to Milano, gets his eyes on that curl defender over the middle, who's kind of running that hunt route over the middle, sitting over the ball. And the Bills have it covered up, and Locke has to get rid of it. So great communication from the Bills between Milano, Edmunds, and Micah Hyde right there. That's a great job of passing on the wide receivers, understanding the route combination, and then suffocating them so that the ball goes incomplete. Awesome job by them at the second level. Here it is from the end zone angle. Again, it's flawless execution and communication between those two guys. The pressure from Taron Johnson looping back inside forces Locke to have to get rid of it very quickly, and the Bills have the play suffocated. So now you have Edmunds mugging the A gap right here, and I want you to watch his use of hands. So they're running another power run at them, so down block, puller, and just watch Edmunds. Now, he does make the tackle a few yards downfield, but look at him take on that guy. Look at him shed it with his hand, sheds another guy with his hands. Now he has a puller, sheds that guy with his hands, and he's making a tackle on the running back, Freeman. This is a great job from him of scraping down the line of scrimmage, taking on blockers, ricocheting off blocks, and bringing down the running back for a minimal gain. Here's another play where Edmunds is ricocheting down the line of scrimmage, scraping, chasing, and tackling. I mean, this is a great job of him of working through traffic. So you got that backside puller. Now he's getting back over the top of the block right there. You see him ricochet that block, and that offensive lineman is working that combination block right here, and then he is responsible for Edmunds. Edmunds is just so active with his feet and his hands that he's able to ricochet off that block. You see him lead with his hands, ricochet off that block. You get nice force right here. The running back makes Tre'Davious White miss there. And now it's just Edmunds on his horse chasing him down. Just a great job by Edmunds on this play, diagnosing the down block at the point of attack, getting over that block, and then run and chase down the line of scrimmage. So here's a pass play. The Broncos are running a dagger concept on 2nd and long. And you just watch the spacing and work on this zone concept. So you have a clearing route right here, and then the dagger concept, the dagger route right here from Judy. And I want you to watch Edmunds and Taron Johnson right here at how they space these routes. So right now, they are both looking at the slot wide receiver right there. And as that guy gets vertical, Taron Johnson has to pass him to Edmunds. Edmunds has great spacing. You see him squeeze that seam right there, gets right on the hashes, squeeze him, overtakes that route, which allows Taron Johnson to kind of widen a little bit, get a little width, so that he can help take away the in-breaking route right here. And that's where Drew Lock really wants to go. But because of the spacing between Edmunds and Taron Johnson, and you see Edmunds doesn't carry that seam route, that vertical route, much further than the 35-yard line, and now he is in that passing window where Drew Lock wants to throw the ball. And Drew ends up holding it and gets sacked from Ed Oliver. So this is a great coverage sack by the Bills here. Nice work in zone. Great job of spacing those routes and eliminating options for the quarterback, and that is why Drew Lock is sacked by Ed Oliver. So as you can see, Tremaine Edmunds did a great job against the Broncos last game. He was very productive, especially against the run, and that's an area that we want to still see him improve on. We want to see his processing improve. We want to see his movement skills improve. We want him to be more disruptive and really get more tackles for losses like he did the last few years. He's slowly, come back from that injury, and then as more and more reps are taken by Milano, I just feel like Tremaine Edmunds, his game is just going to go to another level, and we're going to see him make a lot more stops like he did against the Broncos last weekend. So in the passing game, you saw him space out some routes rather well. I think that rapport with Milano and Taron Johnson just immediately clicked. I think that, having played several years with those guys, that nonverbal communication, understanding of zone spacing and route combinations that these opposing offenses are going to attack him with is just coming like second nature to him. And so it was good to see him working together with Milano and pass coverage as well. So as the season goes on and the deeper the Bills can play into the playoffs, it's the linebackers that are going to really make a big difference, especially against the run. We're going to need both of those guys on their games, creating disruption, creating tackles for losses, being the thorn in the side of opposing running games, because that's how teams are going to attack the Bills come playoff time. So I'm Eric Turner. Thanks for joining me in the film room. Again, we're going to have several breakdowns coming for you as each week progresses and each game unfolds. So make sure to subscribe to the Cover One YouTube channel. We will see you later.